Anthony Davis and the Lakers showed a new side of them yesterday. Dominant inside, 34-16, and a season-high 16 assists from AD in the win over the Spurs. In his first start of the season, Carmelo Anthony scored 15 points on just 7 shots. The Lakers improved to 4-4 without LeBron, who appears to be near a return to the court. It's the Lakers and Bulls coming up at 7:30 here on Spectrum Sportsnet. The Lakers have won the last 8 meetings. Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Chris McGee, D. Fish back with us, Derek Fisher, James Worthy. Allie's going to join us.
Worthy clap for Fish getting back on schedule, man.
Get Fish back in the mix.
Fish back in the game.
Bred's down at Staples. We'll hear from him later in the show as well. Update on LeBron James. I know you guys all want one for tonight. He will once again be out with the ab strain. Good news was he was able to get some shooting in yesterday prior to the game. LeBron has played in just 6 of the Lakers' 14 games so far this season. This will be his 7th straight game missed with the ab injury. All right, so let's get you live to Lakers reporter Mike Trudell. Lakers looking to close out the homestand and go 4-1. Playing the Bulls tonight. What's the latest, Mike?
Well, first of all, I'm just recovering from the early Worthy clap. I wasn't.
His winning habits and winning DNA is a big part of their resurgence. You know, along with obviously DeMar's arrival and Lonzo. But, you know, him being a winning player, I think, has contributed to their strong start. And what sticks out in terms of, you know, my experience with him, won a championship together, you know, is one of my favorite guys that I ever coached. And, you know, always going to be rooting for him when he's not playing against us.
And then, Frank, you've obviously been trying to figure out your own lineups with guys in and out. Chicago's a little bit shorthanded, so they've been quite small, too. How much do you think about just what you guys want to do versus the matchup?
Yeah, you always measure both. You know, I'm in a place right now where I feel like offensively we need AD at the 5, so we're starting the same way. But you know, obviously you measure, you know, the matchup of that game, you know, with every time you make a lineup decision. So we're still game to game with it, but that's how we're starting tonight.
No problem, Chuck. No problem. Just you've had, it seems like once a season, a tough conversation with one of your centers about rotation decision things. I was wondering, how did that go with DeAndre? Obviously, he's still on the sideline and seems to be supportive. And then, are there instances where DeAndre is going to play without starting potentially?
Yeah, I mean, we want to keep. We don't want any rotation guys to, you know, to go too many consecutive DNPs. You know what I mean? We want to keep everybody fresh. The conversation was simple. You know, this is something that's best for our team right now, and you know, everybody that's in the Lakers uniform this year signed up for a role to come in and do whatever the team needs and sacrifice when necessary. So it's as simple as that.
All right, guys, and of course, no LeBron tonight, but Frank Vogel didn't yet say what his status will be when they start the road trip, but hey, they can think about that after the game. Big one tonight with the Bulls in town. Caruso and Lonzo both back here at Staples Center.
All right, Mike, appreciate that, and everyone looking forward to seeing Lonzo and AC fresh. Hopefully it comes in a Laker win. Let's take a look at this, how that new lineup fared that Frank was talking about, and the one that he is running back tonight. No LeBron. Russ, Avery Bradley, no Bays. He goes to the bench as Talen Horton-Tucker goes into that starting role. Carmelo Anthony slides into the 4, AD at the 5. And James, AD had a huge first half, 27 points. 18 of those came in the paint. 19 came in the first. What did you like about the way the Lakers attacked and AD?
Well, I think there's been a lot of emphasis on, you know, attacking the paint, collapsing the defense, drawing the double team. That's also a way that AD gets to the foul line a little bit. So take advantage of the strength. And he's proven that going inside now is at the 5 is been beneficial for the team. It's allowed guys like Monk and Ellerton and the perimeter players to get shots, and it just flows through him, and it makes for easier offense, I think. So I'm digging that, you know, he's taking that role of wanting to dominate in the paint and know when to go in there and get buckets for his team when they need them.
And this has been in the works for the Lakers for a couple years now. Anthony Davis, once he joined the Lakers roster, it was only a matter of time before primary minutes at the 5 position would be necessary for this team to not just win a championship, but continue to move the way this league is moving. You need the floor spacing, you need the ball handling and decision making that having 4 guard-oriented ball-handling players creates. And Anthony Davis arguably could be the best center in basketball if he played the center position.
Yeah.
And then you surround him when LeBron is back. Melo, THT, Russ Westbrook. And then you start spreading other guys around. Offensively, it makes the Lakers really difficult to stop, but it also gives them a versatility on the defensive end that they're going to need to get back to in order to be successful as well.
And guys, the Lakers shot a blistering 48% from 3, 15 of 31. They were efficient. They're currently 6th best in the NBA, over 36%. Ball movement spacing has just seemed better lately.
You said it. Ball was popping. I think 28 assists. When they're in that range, and everyone is getting the opportunity to touch the ball and make plays. Monk, a guy that can shoot but also can navigate into the paint, make those little pocket passes. I think that made the game easier. You got the bigs, especially AD, getting those lobs over when Westbrook is going in. So that ball movement and a lot of roles are being defined now. I mean, LeBron is out. Some players have been out. You see what Tucker adds when he comes back. So things are starting to, get better. They're starting to understand how to play with one another. But Fish just said it. The defense is where they're going to hang their hats, especially on this game and this road trip coming up.
This is what I think about this team.
Yeah.
If with Russell Westbrook and having the basketball in his hands. Right now, LeBron is out, so you don't have that balance to figure out.